Morning, everybody. Grab a cup of coffee and a donut or three, and let's do some switching. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to part 4. Going to switch Charrington Scrap in this one and head back to Chillicothe. So you notice we left the covered hopper sitting in front of the depot. It's because we have to run around it anyhow. So that will accomplish the runaround. Right now we're going to go down and pull up the boxcar and the caboose up onto the passing siding, just so they'll be closer. It'll be the last time we have to go across Route 93. So I'd already filmed this, last week. I'm just now adding the narration. So, like I said in the last one, I appreciate the comments about the volume of the locomotive, and I have adjusted it, but it won't show up until the next time I run it. So we're going to pull the loaded gondola from the siding first, and then we'll attach it to the train. Remember a few months ago I had some trouble with this turnout switch, whatever you want to call it. Worked on it a little bit, and it does fine when I'm pay attention to make sure that it's locked into the right position. So I did have a little bit of trouble here, but it was my fault. And I edited most of it out. You probably wouldn't have noticed it unless I said something about it. But it was on this move that I had the trouble. The first 3 trucks of the 2 cars made it through fine, but the truck that was attached to the locomotive tried to run up on top and derail. I just hadn't had the point seated well, so narrating this on this Thursday, was it July 14th, I think. Made a quick trip to Tupelo, Mississippi and back on Tuesday and Wednesday. A lot of driving for very little work. Took my wife with me, so I didn't have a chance to film any trains, but it was a fun trip. All right, now we're going to go pick up the covered hopper, put it on the train. At that point, we're ready to head back to town. The second little bit of trouble I had was when I was taking the locomotive over this main street. Remember, I've already done this several times. It wanted to stall right in here. And what I noticed was one of the boards that I used, for the crossing, was sticking up just a little bit too high. And so, filed that down, took care of the problem. Everything ran perfect after that. I don't know if it popped loose or this engine is just more susceptible to it, but so the short train is put back together, and we're headed to Chillicothe. We had to put the dogs in the kennel for a couple nights while we went to Mississippi, and they were sure glad to see us today. But we keep them in the same kennel, saves a little bit of money, and they do very well together. So everybody stay safe, and we'll wrap up this session tomorrow in part 5. And for the first time ever, we had 2 lilies bloom at the same time.